everyone. Welcome back to 60 Thoughts. In this video lecture, we will discuss one of the interesting problem by using inference theory concept. Okay, which means by using direct method in inference theory. Okay, so let us see one problem. Prove that R and PRQ is a valid conclusion from the given premises. So here we have four premises are there. Okay, one is PRQ, second one is Q then third one is P then M, and fourth one is negation M. So what is our target? Using these given premises, we are going to prove this relation. That means we are going to prove this conclusion. Okay, so first we write given premises, next we write conclusion. So then we solve the problem. Okay, so first solution. So what is given? So there are four premises given, right? So what is first premises? P, R, Q. Second premises Q then R. Third premises P then M. And fourth premises negation M. What is the target? We need to prove conclusion statement. Conclusion is nothing but C. So we need to prove what? R and P R Q. Okay, so we are going to prove these relations. Once we get this relation, therefore our problem is over. Okay, so here we see in conclusion statement how many variables are there? Three variables, two different connectives are there, right? So coming to given premises, only two different premises, two different variables are there, right? So before we solve this problem, so first we recollect some important results. Okay, so first result is Morden's tolerance. What is Morden? Means P then Q, negation Q. So we can write negation P. That means first statement P then Q. Here Q, negation Q means we can write negation of this statement. Second law is disjunctive syllogism. What is disjunctive syllogism means? PRQ negation P, we can write a Q only. Okay, whenever we get a given premise in this relation, so we can write only Q only. Third one is Morden's ponens. What is Morden ponens means? P then Q. Left hand first premises single variable, second premises first variable. Both are same, only Q. Okay, what is conjunction law is nothing but we consider two different premises. In between we introduce one relation and operator P and R. Whenever we get two variables, we joining the two variables by using conjunction law. So using these four important laws, we are going to prove this problem. Okay, so we consider a tabular column, right? So first one is steps. Second column we consider a what? Premises. What is the meaning of premises? Premises is nothing but it can be introduced at any point of derivations. Okay, so we write reasons why we consider a step number one, step number two. We give the reasons. Okay, so step number one. So what is step number one means? I am going to introduce any premises in first step. Okay, so step number one, I am going to introduce this premises is first. Why? Because P then M negation M using a disjunctive using Morden's tolerance law, we get next step. Okay, so step number one, I am going to consider a third premises first. Okay, so P then M. So here I am going to write reason P given premises. Okay, what is the meaning of premises? It can be introduced at any point of derivation. So using these premises, we are unable to prove our conclusion statement. Why? Because three variables are there. Here we have only two variables are there, right? So that I am going to introduce one more premises, that is this premises negation M. Okay, so you can write any premises first. That is your choice. Okay, so this is also premises. So step number three, I am going to step number one, step number two, with the help of Morden's tolerance law, we can write a next step, that is negation P. Okay, we can write this one. So here we see P then Q, negation Q, we get negation P. Okay, here you see P then M, Q value is what? M. So negation M, we get negation P, right? So this is nothing but using step number one, step number two with what? Morden's tolerance law. Okay, step number four. So using this above three steps, we are unable to prove conclusion statement. So that I am going to introduce one more premises, that is this premises. Why? Because using first premises, we can able to write next step. In case we are unable to write step, we can introduce another premises. Okay, so here I am going to introduce P R Q. So this is nothing but what premises only. Okay, that is fourth step. So now using third step and fourth step, we can write step number 5. Oh, how to write step number 5? You see disjunctive syllogism. What is the disjunctive syllogism? PRQ negation P na Q. Okay. So here P negation of that variable we get Q. Here we see negation PRQ, we can write what? Only Q. Okay. So that is Q. So what is the reason? Reason is nothing but step 3, step number 4 with what? Disjunctive syllogism law. Okay. So using the above 5 steps, we are unable to write a conclusion statement. That means R and PRQ. Here PRQ is there. There is no R variable, right? So once we get R variable single, then only we can able to write what? Conclusion statements. Okay. So that I am going to introduce next premises is what? This premises. Okay. So in step number 6, I am going to write what? Next premises, that is Q R. Okay, this is nothing but premises 5. Okay, what is step number 7? Step number 7, using step number 5 and step number 6, we can write a next step, that is R. How can I write this one? So using a Morden's Conant's law, once again, P then Q na Q. Here Q then R na we get what? R only. That is nothing but step number 5, step number 6 with what? Morden's Conant's law. Okay, here P value is what? Q value is R. So we get R. Okay, so next step, we are going to prove what? Conclusion statement. What is conclusion statement? R variable is there, P R Q is there, in between AND operator, R operator. Okay, here you see step number 4, PRQ one variable is there. Step number 7, R variable is there. Once we connect these two steps, we get our conclusion statement, right? So what is step number 8? Step number 8 is nothing but using step number 4 and step number 7 with conjunctive law. What is conjunctive law? If we get two different variables, just adding that two variables that with the help of AND operator. Okay, so I am going to write this term is what? R and PRQ. Okay, this is P statement, this is Q statement. Using this law, we get what? AND operator here. Okay, so what is step number? Reason step number 4, step number 7 with what? Conjunction law. Okay, that means P Q na we can write P and Q. P value here R. Q value is what? P R Q. Therefore, we get our conclusion statement, right? So therefore, we get what? What is conclusion statement? Conclusion statement is R and P Q. Okay, so R and P R Q. So this is our conclusion statement by using the given premises. Okay, so I hope you are enjoying the session. Thank you.